Okay, let's continue in Jeremiah 51, verses 8 and 9. Babylon has suddenly fallen and been destroyed. Wail for her. Take balm for her pain. Perhaps she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgment reaches to heaven and is lifted up to the skies. Now, some people, they think that this means everyone go to his own country, as if we had another country. No, it's just pick your country and go. We're doing this out of obedience, not to escape, because we know in the tribulation none of us will escape, except for some people will be taken possibly to a place of safety. Some people will be protected, but a lot of us are going to live through the tribulation, unless you believe in a pre-trib rapture, which I don't, which is not biblical anyway. Jeremiah 51, verse 26. They shall not take from you a stone for a corner, nor a stone for a foundation, but you shall be desolate forever, says Yahweh. So we see that Babylon, America, is going to be left desolate, destroyed, without inhabitant. No one will live there and dwell there anymore. So people who are saying they're going to hide there and have a special place, this is not biblical. It's not biblical. It's coming from their own minds. And if they say it's from somewhere else, it has to agree with what the Bible says, because there won't be a contradiction. If there's a vision or a dream, it won't contradict with what Yahweh has already written down in the Bible. Jeremiah 51, verse 29, and the land will tremble and sorrow, for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. I mean, it couldn't get any clearer. These verses are so clear. In verses 36 and 37, therefore, thus says Yahweh, behold, I will plead your case and take vengeance for you. I will dry up her sea and make her springs dry. Babylon shall become a heap, a dwelling place for jackals, an astonishment and a hissing without an inhabitant. So if you think you're one of these special inhabitants that's going to continue to live there, Yahweh continually says, how many times does Yahweh have to say it for it to be accepted by us? Just once. He's saying it over and over again. There will not be an inhabitant there. So unless you're reading another Bible, Jeremiah 51 verses 41 through 43. Oh, how Shishak. Shishak is a code name for Babylon. It's actually spelled backwards. Reversed in the Hebrew alphabet, is taken. Oh, how the praise of the whole earth is seized. How Babylon has become desolate among the nations. The sea has come up over Babylon. She is covered with the multitude of its waves. Her cities are a desolation, a dry land and a wilderness, a land where no one dwells, though through which no son of man passes. Verse 45, my people, go out of the midst of her, and let everyone deliver himself from the fierce anger of Yahweh. How much clearer can it be? It's saying go out of the midst. It's not saying come out of her spiritually, which you should do too. You don't want to keep that arrogant, proud American attitude in you. You want to get that out too. Definitely, you see in my vision, that's in my video, called change of heart before change of land. You definitely have to change your heart. You don't want to continue being a Babylonian when you leave Babylon. But you definitely want to obey Yahweh's word. He says, my people go out of the midst of her. This is Jeremiah. It's the same words, almost verbatim, that it says in Revelation 18:4. Come out of her, my people, so that you don't participate in her sins and you don't receive of her plagues. This isn't to escape, to save our skin. We're still going to suffer out of the U.S. Many of us are going to be beheaded for not taking the mark of the beast and for what we're preaching and for what we're telling other people. We want to obey Yahweh. Just like Noah, when Noah was told to build the ark, was he just trying to save his skin and save his wife and his 3 sons and their wives' skin? They're just trying to save themselves? No, they were obeying Yahweh, and that's what we're doing. We need to obey Yahweh. Anything could be turned around or twisted around. So, that was verse 45. Now, verse 50. You who have escaped the sword. So this is when you finally get out of Babylon. It tells you what to do. It gives you a hint. Get away. Do not stand still. Remember Yahweh afar off. So you're afar off. You're out of the country. And let Jerusalem come to your mind. That's what I've been doing, and that's what a lot of us have been doing. I've been out of the U.S. for 10 years, and I've been going from different places. I've lived in a few different countries, but the place that I always have in my sights, where my final destination is Israel, is Jerusalem. And hopefully I'll make it there someday soon. If not, I'll make it there when the angels, as it says in Matthew 24, I don't remember which verse, it says that he will, after the tribulation of these days, he will send his angels to gather us up. One way or another, we will be there. When Yeshua comes, we will meet him in the air and then come down to Jerusalem too. Some people will already be there, because it says, if you're on the rooftops, do not go back into the house. In Judea, flee to the mountains. So we know some people are going to be there already. Isaiah 47 and verses 8 and 9. Therefore, hear this now, you who are given to pleasures, who dwell securely, who say in your heart, I am, and there is no one else besides me. This is the attitude of America and the people in America. I shall not sit as a widow, nor shall I know the loss of children. Because the United States is not expecting this attack or this destruction at all. But these two things shall come to you. In a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon you in their fullness, because of the multitude of your sorceries, for the great abundance of your enchantments. This is in Isaiah 47. Notice how similar it is to Revelation 18. Compare them both, Isaiah 47 and Revelation 18. Isaiah 47, 11 through 15. Therefore, evil shall come upon you. You shall not know from where it arises. The trouble shall fall upon you. You will not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon you suddenly, which you shall not know. Stand now with your enchantments and the multitude of your sorceries, in which you have labored from your youth. Perhaps you will be able to profit. Perhaps you will prevail. You are wearied in the multitude of your counsels. Let not the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save you. Oh no, sorry. It says let now, not let not. Let now the astrologers. It's like Yahweh is kind of mocking these people for their belief in this. Let now, or now, let the astrologers and stargazers and monthly prognosticators stand up and save you from what shall come upon you. You see, Yahweh is saying this is coming upon you whether you want it or not. Whether you want it or not. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. Because we see Babylon is burned. We know that its destruction is going to come with fire and burning and smoke rising. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. It shall not be a coal to be warmed by, nor a fire to sit before. Thus shall they be to you with whom you have labored, your merchants from your youth. They shall wander each one to his quarter. No one shall save you. Isaiah 28:15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death. Now look how similar this is to the people who say that they have refuges and protection in the U.S., in America. We have made a covenant with death, and with Sheol we are in agreement. When the overflowing scourge, the destruction, passes through, it will not come to us. Isn't that the attitude of people? They think they're going to be protected. Oh, the scourge and the destruction will not come to us, for we have made lies our refuge. The refuge that you have in the U.S., is it a lie? And under falsehood we have hidden ourselves. Isaiah 28:15. Now, Isaiah 28:17 through 18. Also, I will make justice the measuring line, and righteousness the plummet. The hail will sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters will overflow the hiding place. Your covenant with death will be annulled, and your agreement with Sheol will not stand. When the overflowing scourge passes through, then you will be trampled down by it. So, some people are waiting for to be told by Yahweh to leave the United States. How many times do you have to be told to leave Babylon? He says it 7 times in the Bible. Now, how many times do you have to be told, for example, to? I'll have to stop there and continue this.